If you like our video, click the button to subscribe to our channel and get easy access to new content. To see our full suite of ad-free video courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides, visit us at www.teachucomp.com. The background eraser tool in Photoshop lets you erase pixels on a layer to transparency as you click and drag. This lets you erase the background while maintaining the edges of an object in the foreground. The background eraser tool samples the color in the center of the brush at the hotspot, shown by a crosshair icon, and then erases that sampled color wherever else it may appear within the outer circle of the eraser's brush. It also performs color extraction at the edges of any foreground objects, so color halos aren't visible if the foreground object is later pasted into another image. It is important to note that the background eraser tool always overrides the lock transparent pixel setting of a selected layer. To use the background eraser tool in Photoshop, select the background eraser tool from the Tools panel, where it shares a button with the Eraser tool and the Magic Eraser tool. The Tools panel shows the last of these tools you selected. So make sure you select the background eraser tool by clicking and holding down on this button, and then selecting the background eraser tool choice from the side menu that appears if needed. Then select the correct layer within which to erase the pixels in the Layers panel. To set the brush to use for the background eraser tool in Photoshop, click the Click to open the Brush Preset Picker button to show the Brush Preset Picker panel. To set the size of the brush, use the Size slider or enter a value into the adjacent field in the Brush Preset Picker panel. To set the hardness of the brush, use the Hardness slider or enter a percentage into the adjacent field. To set the distance between brush marks in a stroke, use the Spacing slider or enter a percentage into the adjacent field. To set the brush angle and roundness, enter values into the angle and roundness fields or click and drag the solid circles and arrow in the brush tip icon to the left of these fields in the Brush Preset Picker panel. To choose what device controls the size and tolerance of the brush, select a choice from the Size and Tolerance dropdown. Your choices include pen pressure, stylus wheel, or off. Then click the Click to open the Brush Preset Picker button again to collapse the panel. Next, to select the color sampling method to use to determine which colors to erase in the image, click one of the three sampling buttons in the Options Bar control panel. To continuously erase whichever color in the image appears under the crosshair in the center of the icon for the background eraser tool on screen as you click and drag with the tool, click the Continuous button. Alternatively, to only erase the initial color in the image that appears under the crosshair in the center of the icon for the background eraser tool on screen when you click and drag with the tool, click the Once button. Alternatively, to erase color in the image that matches the background color, click the Background Swatch button. To select the physical range of the sampled pixel color to erase in the image within the limits of the outer brushstroke circle icon of the background eraser tool on screen as you click and drag with the tool, select a choice from the Limits dropdown. To erase the sampled color wherever it appears under the tool's stroke icon, select the Discontiguous choice. Alternatively, to erase colors that are physically adjacent to or touching the selected color under the crosshair in the icon, select the Contiguous choice. Alternatively, to only erase sampled pixels that are touching, much like the Contiguous choice, but with an emphasis on finding edges of objects under the brushstroke icon when you use it, select the Find Edges choice. One of the most important settings when using the background eraser tool in Photoshop is the tolerance setting. To determine how similar in color the pixels to erase should be to the color sampled by the color replacement tool, type a percentage into the tolerance setting. A lower percentage erases only colors very similar to the sampled one, and a higher percentage erases a broader range of colors. If desired, to set the brush angle and pen pressure, use the Set the Brush Angle and Size Pressure toggle button in the Options bar control panel as usual. If needed, to protect any color in the image that matches the currently selected foreground color from being erased, check the Protect Foreground Color checkbox in the Options bar control panel. To erase the pixels in the selected layer using the Background Eraser tool after applying the settings you want, click and drag within the selected layer. Remember to click the subscribe button to see more of our videos. See our full suite of courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides at www.teachucomp.com.